Today on Fluorescene, I interviewed Dr. Scott Hauswirth of University of Colorado School of Medicine. If not the first OD to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, definitely one of the very first. Stay tuned to learn about Dr. Hauswirth's experience. All right, today I'm excited to welcome Dr. Scott Hauswirth to the Fluorescene Show. If not the first OD to get a COVID vaccination, Dr. Hauswirth is at least one of the very first. Dr. Hauswirth is an assistant professor of ophthalmology at the University of Colorado School of Medicine, where he is coordinating director of the Dry Eye and Ocular Surface Center and a key leader in the development of the collaborative care model within the Department of Ophthalmology. He graduated from SCCO and completed residency in Cornea, Glaucoma and Surgical Management at Minnesota Eye Consultants, one of the most prestigious practices in the country, where he led the externship program and participated in numerous research projects, including development of their dry eye program. He's on the editorial board of 5 publications, is a frequent lecturer nationally and internationally, has authored several journal articles, publications, and texts. In 2016, he was selected as one of the Primary Care Optometry News 250 Innovators in Optometry. He also serves as the vice chair of the anterior segment section of the American Academy of Optometry. Welcome, Dr. Hauswirth.
Hey, good to see you, Alan.
It's good to see you too. Good to see you too. I'm hopefully, there we go. Look, my software is working. This is all new, this whole interview thing for me, but I'm so glad to have you here. You know, I wanted to start by saying we've sat on boards together and I've listened to your lecture. You know, your lectures, I've always found you to be particularly insightful and passionate about the topics you speak on, which is why I was excited it was you who I found out had been one of the very first, especially in light of the relevance of the subject matter. So I was hoping we could start today by tell us your thoughts about when you first learned that you'd be getting the shot.
Well, to be perfectly honest, it's a little bit of dumb luck, which most good things are, at least in part. But so the University of Colorado, for which I work, they required a few thousand doses of vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine that's out right now. And of course, everything was tiered. So as an eye care provider, we're tier 2. But they took care of our ICU staff and providers and ED staff and providers. And then apparently there was some left over, so they randomized a few of the folks in tier 2 to be able to get it, as soon as possible. So I just literally found out at about 8 o'clock last night. Oh. And I didn't sign up for the first available slot, which was at 6:20 a.m. this morning. But I figured I'd get it right before clinic. And so I was able to get it literally within 12 hours of finding out I was eligible.
That's fantastic. And this is like, what, day 2 or 3 of anybody receiving it, I believe.
Yeah, I believe they started, it's either Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning here in Colorado.
Okay, great. So it's early, probably way too early for this question, but have you experienced any side effects at all?
Well, I mean, so far it's just been typical vaccine stuff, right? So you get a little bit of soreness in your arm. I had that for maybe about an hour. I can still kind of feel it. And then on the way out of the office today, I was noticing just feeling a little bit off, something's going on, but not really anything major. No fevers, no real malaise. But yeah, it's pretty much in line with other vaccines that I've had.
And you are in Colorado, so that may have had something to do. You may have walked past a head shop or something, and
yeah,
it may not even have anything to do with the shop.
Walking downtown at various times, so that's true.
Avoid downtown is rule 1 after you've gotten this shot if you're in Colorado. Tell us about the protocol that you have to follow, if there's anything you can or can't do.
Yeah, so far really not a whole lot that we can't do. I mean, we are scheduled already to receive the second dose in 3 weeks, and so I already have my appointment for that. But in the meantime, it's sort of business as usual. We also signed up for this was voluntary. Everything was voluntary. I didn't have to take the vaccine, but I chose to. And then also there's a reporting platform that they use to monitor for adverse events, which that's pretty typical for this kind of thing as well, since it's so new. But that's also something that we could sign up for voluntarily.
Great, great. Did you sign up?
Absolutely.
Good, good. Well, that's good. You know, this being optometry getting involved in this and possibly even delivering COVID vaccines in their offices, I just think about the opportunity that may present for our profession to elevate us as healthcare providers in the eyes of peers and other allied healthcare professionals and MDs. And any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I always like to think of optometry as having the position to, if we choose to be a part of the solution for different things in healthcare. I mean, we can choose to do high quality research if we want. We already have a very well established position for clinical care for much of the population here in the United States. We have good but improving scope of practice laws, and this is another thing that we can do to be to reach the public in mass in areas that might be more difficult for the public to get to. So I'm excited to be a part of that. I think our profession should be proud.
Excellent. Hopefully, you'll carry that torch, and hopefully the people watching this cast will see this as an opportunity to get involved as well on that level. Ladies in the audience and some men even want to know, what part of your anatomy did you receive the shot in? I'm just kidding. You don't have to get into that. That was just a dumb joke. And lastly, where can we download the app to follow you on your new microchip?
Well, so I think you have to go to www.billgates.com and then type in my social security number, my address, my date of birth, and then it's live streamed to everyone.
Oh, so, great, good. Good. I'm glad that we're going to put this up there. Everybody will be in your business now, right? That's great.
Feel free.
Anything else you want to say about your experience, or any messages you want to get out to the audience? Because I'm going to be posting this probably tonight, just because it's so timely.
Great. Well, I mean, I know this has been a rough year for everyone. I think that's something that we can all kind of relate to. Again, I think we have the choice to trust our scientific process. I mean, we're all kind of immersed in that, going through school. Those of us that chose to pursue some research afterwards, you kind of learn to take it to another level. And I think this is one of the chances that we have to really, do the good thing for our profession, but do the right thing for the community as well. I mean, from wearing proper PPE when we're in clinic seeing patients to now being able to protect ourselves and protect our families and other people, some of the weakest members of our society from this virus. I think we have that opportunity. I'd like to see us all take it.
Yeah, me as well. And I know I was in microbiology before I was in optometry, and received my undergraduate in microbiology. I remember, at least for the past 30 years, the scientists have said that 30 to 40 days out of the first people being injected with this, we pretty much see and know everything that's going to happen, and it's way past that. The people who received the vaccine in the trials were 4, 5, 6 months ago. So I'm confident that we're aware of all the side effects. We're aware of the things that can happen, and none of them are much different than any other vaccination that we get. So I hope people take your advice. I hope everybody goes out there and, for the good of society, does their part so that we can get things at least to start to get back to normal, and see maybe the second half of 2021 kind of put us back where we want to be.
I'm optimistic for that to happen. I think if we all do our part, we certainly can make that happen.
Awesome. Well, listen, Scott, I want to thank you for, first of all, for doing this and for being willing to come in front of the community and share your experience. Hopefully it'll be a positive motivator for them to go get the shot when they have the opportunity. And again, thank you for your expertise and what you share with the industry, and for being my friend. It was great seeing you, and I'm glad you and the family are doing well.
Yeah, thanks very much, Alan. It's always a pleasure to see you, and thanks for reaching out to me to share. It's been great.
Great. Thank you.
All right, take care.